If you think I'm coming on here to celebrate a win, well, you may be partially right. We got out of Tennessee with a win, but there were a lot of goddamn problems on that field. Number one, coaching. Number two, penalties. Number three, the whole first half. Why can't the Jets start a goddamn game with some oomph, with some passion? It always takes them to the end of the second quarter or maybe into the second half for them to finally pull shit together. The penalties today were embarrassing. I mean, the last time I checked, we had like 7 penalties for 70 yards, and I know that probably was even higher. How many times did the Jets offense not get a playoff in time? They run down the clock. I get you want to run down the clock, and I know you want to play around with the defense and hopefully get them to jump off sides, get a free play. But goddamn, we wasted 2 timeouts to cover a delay of game penalty. Get your shit together. This isn't hard. There's huge fucking signs. There's huge fucking monitors that tell you how much time is left on the play clock. And that's on Aaron Rodgers. He had a great day. I mean, let's be honest here. 2 touchdowns, somewhere around, he was getting into close to 200 yards, something like that. I'm okay with that. And I think he did great leading the team down the field. But the run game was embarrassing. The coaching was embarrassing. The delay of games was ridiculous. And goddamn, what's wrong with Jermaine Johnson? Please let that be. I heard Achilles. I saw him carted off the field. I'm seeing season-ending injury. It's scaring the crap out of me. C.J. Mosley a toe. We could deal with that, hopefully. But Jermaine Johnson being down for the rest of the season is not a good thing if that's what ends up coming to fruition. I want to point out, by the way, that there were several non-pass interference calls on the Titans. They just decided not to call it. There was a face mask on Breece Hall that they didn't call. A lot of calls from the officials that the Jets should have gotten, they just completely ignored, and they gave the Titans that pass interference or that roughing the passer on Jermaine Johnson when it wasn't even close to pass interference or roughing the passer. I'm sorry. That wasn't roughing the passer. Why don't we just make it so that you can't touch the quarterback? You just have to tag him, and then he's down. Because you can't spin him down. You can't hit him below the belt. You can't hit him in the helmet. You can't hit him in the shoulder pads. You basically have this 3 inches where you can possibly get him, but don't put him too hard to the ground because then they'll call the roughing the passer on you there. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. This officiating, and at this point, I don't even know if it's the officials or if it's the NFL putting out these ridiculous rules that the officials don't even know how to call, so they just call them willy-nilly. But it always seems to go against the Jets, folks. Always seems to go against the Jets. Look, we won the game. We won the game. We're 1-1. I'll give you some positives. Will McDonald coming through. 3 sacks on the day. He looked great. And so, that makes me feel a little bit better. But I'll tell you, the loss of Jermaine Johnson, I thought Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald could have done it all year. And today, Will McDonald proved that he could do it. Will McDonald looked amazing. Braylon Allen looked amazing. A rushing TD, a passing TD. And the passing TD was basically a rush. Rodgers just kind of flipped it to him, and then he went like 15 yards into the end zone. His rushing touchdown was like from the 20. Braylon Allen, Agent Zero, looking amazing. Kudos to him. Kudos to him. The defense was much improved, but that doesn't say much because they were Swiss cheese last week against the 49ers. So they improved a little bit. They still the first half, we have to work on that. The New York Jets have to work out how they're going to come out in the first half. Because they looked flat. The run blocking was horrible. The defense was letting the Titans go at will like they did against the 49ers. And it was getting to be embarrassing again. I'm texting back and forth with Maddie, just so frustrated. I was shaking in the first half at how pathetic the New York Jets played. And sure, they should be happy. Robert Saleh celebrating at the end of the game. Sure, you could be happy, but you better pull it back real goddamn quick. Because there was nothing to be proud of with that victory. I mean, you could look at guys like Braylon Allen and Will McDonald, things like that, and Aaron Rodgers. You know, there were obviously way more bright spots. But this game, we should have beaten the Titans much better than this. It should have been much more of a comfortable watch than this. It shouldn't have come down to the last play of the game against the Tennessee Titans. And look, I'm going to tell Titans fans, if you're watching this, your team's a lot better than anyone gave you credit for. And you guys, look, you guys have something going in the future. And we the Jets have a lot to thank Will Levis for. I mean, he's an idiot. And I hate to say that, but the guy, I mean, the mistakes that he made last week against Chicago and the mistakes he made against the Jets were the dumbest mistakes that a quarterback could possibly make. Like, literally, like, I don't think any quarterback would have made that ridiculous sidearm underhand throw to to the turf. And it was a backward pass, so no matter what, you know, it's going to be a free ball. And I hate to shit. I just found out he's literally from the town over from where I am right now. I just found that out. I wasn't aware. But seriously, Jets fans, this is it, man. We have got to win we got to win these games. When it came down to the start of the season, everyone pretty much expected us to lose to San Francisco. We got embarrassed. We got humiliated by the 49ers. That's a real Super Bowl contender. But if we want to sit here and maybe win the AFC East, and we want to sit here and make the playoffs, then we've got to beat the teams that we need to beat. And that includes the Tennessee Titans. That includes this coming up Thursday at New England. That includes, I mean, doesn't it now include the Minnesota Vikings, who, where the hell did they come from? Where was Sam Darnold all these years with Carolina and the Jets? Where was this Sam Darnold? That's not a gimme game anymore in London. Guys, if you're watching this, please, I go live every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had a lot of fun on the show last night. It was a blast. Go check that out. We go live after Talking Jets every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to run down the week in the NFL and our reactions to the games that we saw. And, of course, the reactions to the Jets. Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please hit that like button, folks. Comment down below. I try to get back no matter if you hate me, you hate the Jets, you love the Jets, you're a fan of the Titans, you're a fan of whoever. I try to talk back and forth with everybody who comments down below. So it is what it is, folks. I'm not super excited about it. I'm glad it happened. A win is a win. You can't take that away from the Jets. But things need to be tightened up. Things need to be tightened up. I'm Midnight Mike, and I can't wait to see you next time.